Hello, lovely family, lovely friends. Thank you so much for staying with us here at Awini Unity Platform. I am your boy Matt from Nigeria. Today, we are going to be talking about what Ansu Fati has done for Africa. What this very backup player has done for Africa in general. But before we go further, please let me just introduce him for some of us that don't really know who he is. Ansu Fati is a Spanish player. Yes. He's a Spanish player currently playing for FC Barcelona in Spanish La Liga. And he is of Guinea-Bissau descent in Africa, which means his father is from Guinea-Bissau. Yes. And he's actually a black Spanish guy, and he's a very, very good player. He started his career at a very young age in Barcelona, where he was seen as a golden boy, where he was seen as a star, a boy that has a very bright future. Just the way they were hailing Lamine Yamal now. That was how Ansu Fati was then. In fact, he was seen as Messi's replacement then in Barcelona when Messi was leaving. And even when Messi eventually left, they gave him the number 10 jersey that Messi himself was wearing because they had hope, they had trust, they had faith in him that he's going to really carry the team to a greater height. But it was quite unfortunate, very, very unfortunate for Ansu Fati. He was always being played. He was always being played, always regular in a field of play. Every match Barcelona had, being it friendly, being it competitive match, Ansu Fati is there. Being it La Liga, being it Champions League, being it Copa del Rey, being it Spanish Super Cup, he is always there. So that is one of the reasons why his career really went south, because he was always playing and he became injury prone because he was young. He was very young and tender at that period. He was so good, and defenders were really giving him tough time, and to an extent whereby he became injury prone. Every small thing he gets injured. Every little thing he gets injured. He had 4 good knee injuries and had 4 good knee surgeries as young as he is. As I'm telling you, as of now to 2024, Ansu Fati is just 21 years old. He is 21 years old. And when he became injury prone in Barcelona, they had to do an internal meeting on his issue, and they decided to loan him to Brighton. Yes, Brighton, where he was actually very good too. He did his best, but the Brighton weren't so convinced. They had to send him back to Barcelona at the end of his loan. So he had even taken medicals at Barcelona of recent, and he wasn't really happy about the decision Barcelona were making on him, but he doesn't have a choice because really his form has dropped. If not, he was seen as Messi's replacement then. So yes, that is the Ansu Fati we are talking about. That is the Ansu Fati that has really done a great move to assist the African nation in general. I'm going to tell you why. Ansu Fati and his family were actually working in conjunction and in collaboration with a particular foundation called Elena Baraka in Bissau, which is the capital city of Guinea-Bissau. And that is the same place that Ansu Fati was giving birth to. Yes, that was his birth country, and that was his birth state, to be precise, the Bissau itself. Yes, and of recent, they decided to collaborate with the Elena Baraka Foundation, the Elena Baraka Foundation, actually, they are a particular foundation that deals on medical diagnosis and treatment. Yes, free medical diagnosis and treatment. That is what they do. So Ansu Fati and his family decided to team up with these people to fight against a particular eye deficiency, or should I say eye disease, that is called cataract. Yes, they decided to fight against eye disease that is called cataract. Let me tell you what cataract is, for those of you that don't know what cataract is. Cataract is an eye disease that is capable of making someone blind with time. Yes, it is an eye disease that is capable of making someone blind with time. And I tell you that almost everyone in Africa is suffering from that eye disease. And that is why Ansu Fati and his family decided to team up with that foundation to eradicate that very particular disease in Guinea-Bissau. Bissau, to be precise, the capital of Guinea-Bissau. And those doctors have really tried their best to make sure they give free treatment to so many people that had such eye disease. And let me tell you something, it's not only in Guinea-Bissau. That very particular eye disease I'm talking about is all over Africa. It is even predominant in Africa. It is majorly in Africa. I have made research, over 100,000 people are suffering from that cataract disease in Nigeria. And 1 out of 50 people in Ghana has that very eye disease that is called cataract. So you can see how predominant it is within the country. 1 person out of 50 in Ghana has that eye disease. And the eye disease actually comes with age. Yes, as we are young, you are going to be fine. But as time goes on, you discover that your eye becomes so blurry. That's one of the deficiencies. You're going to see your visions are cloudy. You should definitely go for a checkup, because possibly you might be suffering from cataract. And as time goes on, if you don't really give it a treatment, you are going to see yourself going blind. And that was what Ansu Fati and his family have seen. And they said, no, that continent that we are from cannot be suffering from this. And they decided to make a bold move by giving free eye cataract treatment in Bissau. And they said in the first 2 days, Ansu Fati and family have rendered free operation to 160 citizens in Bissau, and they are currently free from the eye disease called the cataract. And as I am talking to you presently and now, over 500 people have been treated in just within from 4th of July till today. Over 500 people have received treatment for that cataract disease. How do you see that? They are really trying, to be honest, and it's not an easy task. It's not a little operation, pardon me. It's something that if you want to do with your money, definitely it will take you a lot of money as an African, because we are not earning much. How much is your salary? How much is your earning? But they decided to give it freely. And it's not as if anybody is supporting them. They are doing it single-handedly, I tell you. The surgeries are currently taking place at Casa Emmanuel Hospital in Afia. For those of you that are in Bissau and are hoping to get such treatment, if you start noticing such symptoms, please go to Casa Emmanuel Hospital in Afia at Bissau, and you're going to receive that treatment, because that treatment is actually spearheaded by a chief doctor called Dr. Baraka, and also it is in conjunction with some missionaries that came from Costa Rica. They are actually working very hard to make sure they restore the eyesight of Africans. And let me tell you something. Now, some of you might be thinking that, okay, this is just beneficial to only those in Bissau and those in Guinea-Bissau, not in Africa. Why is he saying that it benefits Africa? Let me tell you something. Aside from the fact that Guinea-Bissau are part of Africans, and whatever is done to them is done to Africa at large, because if they are safe, we are also safe, because they are our brothers. That is number one. And secondly, why I said so is because as Ansu Fati is doing that act of kind gesture, our legends, our football legends are also seeing. Our current football players in Europe that are doing very well and doing exceptionally well are also watching, and they are seeing what this young boy, 21 years of age, has gotten himself involved in, helping those that are less privileged, helping those that are unable to, finance their own operation by themselves from their pocket. He's doing that for them, and they are not going to get blind at the end of the day. All the prayers, all the blessings, he's going to make sure that he does his best so that those blessings will work on him, and he's going to go far in life. And that is what our players that are doing well abroad should also take note of. They are also supposed to come back to their home nation, come back to their African nation, even if they are not playing for the African nationality, even if they are playing for the European American nationality, they should also remember Ansu Fati is not playing for Guinea-Bissau. He's playing for Spain. He's a Spanish player. Yes, he's a registered Spanish player, but he has still remembered his hometown and has come to do something like that. Our players, our legends, and those that are doing very well in the footballing community abroad should also take note of that and come back and also give us that same treatment. Yes, I'm not saying we are entitled to it. No, we are not. But I'm trying to tell them that those that are less privileged, they should help, because there's a very, very big difference between the rich and the poor. And those that are poor are really in need of such assistance, because they want that treatment. They want that operation, but they cannot afford it, sadly. And if they see someone that will afford it, definitely the prayers they are going to give you, I tell you, it will take you far in life. And I hope they are seeing this video, and I pray they are going to come and also do the same for their respective African nations, just like Sadio Mane is doing for Senegal. He has done a lot. He has built schools, he has built hospitals, he has done roads, a lot of things for Senegal. And I believe Senegalese are in love with Sadio Mane for that, his kind gesture and his philanthropic nature. And I hope that other footballers are seeing this, and they are also going to follow suit and do the right thing. Thank you once again for staying with us here at the Awini Unity platform. It's your boy Matt, and thank you. We're going to give you the best news possible, like I assured you. Bye bye for now. Take care. Don't go far. See you later.